G7 is a grouping of countries. It started as the World Economic Summit in 1975, and by 1981 it fully came into force in its current form that has 7 democracies as its members plus the European Union. You can see G7 is dominated by the Western countries, whereas BRICS is a relatively new grouping. This bloc was founded as an informal club in 2009 by the 4 founding member countries. The goal was to provide a platform for its members to challenge a world order dominated by the United States and its Western allies. By 2023, BRICS has added quite a few member countries to the grouping, with many more interested in becoming part of the group. Here's just one thing to note: Saudi Arabia, a crucial crude oil player, has been invited to join the BRICS group, but it has not yet accepted the invitation. The long-term growth prospect of a nation is heavily dependent on the productivity of its people, and technological breakthroughs or innovations are a good indicator of that. Think about 2023. The world experienced a new wave of science and technology innovations like artificial intelligence, a stunning growth of ChatGPT, generative AI, etc. Where does India stand on this measure? To answer that, we can look at this map that explores the world's top 50 science and technology or S&T clusters, leading to innovations like the generative AI, ChatGPT, etc. We can then see where Indian clusters rank on this scale. The methodology used to come up with this ranking is simple. It is based on the cluster's combined share of international patent applications and scientific publications, that is, the quantum and quality of research and development. So here are the key findings. Japan takes the top rank with the Tokyo-Yokohama cluster that made up just over 10% of all patent applications between 2018 and 2022. The first American cluster on the list shows up at number 6, the San Francisco Bay Area cluster. This is home to major tech firms such as Adobe, eBay, Google, PayPal, etc. For the first time, China topped the list of countries with the highest number of clusters among the top 50, followed by the United States and then Germany. But in terms of research and development expenditure, the United States still leads the world, followed by China, Japan, Germany, and the Republic of Korea. Again, where is India? India has only 4 clusters in the top 100, none of them in top 50. So while India's macro numbers look good, India needs to keep trying to up its game on research and development. Try to get at least 1 cluster in the top 50 in the next few years. USA or America is the world's largest economy with a GDP of roughly $28 trillion. China is a distant second and nobody else comes any closer. Americans themselves open up a gap with the rest of the world when it comes to their wealth. We'll talk about the collective net worth of all Americans. For example, let's say John is a US citizen. He owns some stocks in the US companies, a home, some gold, some cryptocurrency, a vehicle, etc. All these assets that he owns are valued at $1 million put together. But he owes $500,000 to banks in the form of home loan or home mortgage, car loan and personal loan in total. That means John has a net worth of $500,000, and there are some 340 million Americans like John. So the total wealth in the United States as of Q1 of 2024 stood at a staggering $150 trillion. That is, American wealth is roughly 5 times the size of its economy. While reading up on this topic, I got curious about India. For India, the wealth multiple is a little smaller. As of 2023, Indian wealth stood at a little over $15 trillion, or roughly 4 times the size of the Indian economy then. While these wealth numbers are impressive, especially for the United States, both the nations suffer a similar problem: wealth inequality. In the US, top 1% of the US households hold over 30% of the total wealth, while the bottom 50% hold only around 2.5%. In case of India, this problem is even worse.